Good morning, grade 1. How's your day? Hope everything is fine. By the way, this is Teacher V speaking. Today, I will be teaching you the grammar lesson. Kindly prepare the following materials needed. First is your reader's and writer's booklet, your pencil and eraser, and of course, your English copybook. And now, let us have a short recap or review of our previous lesson. Can you still remember our lesson last week? Great. And that is declarative sentence. Do you know what is a declarative sentence? Good job. And that is a declarative sentence tells something. It actually begins with a capital letter and it ends with a period. Good job. And I have here an example. Brad saw 6 eggs in the nest. Ted has a toy truck. The black cat sat. And Max will fix the robot. Now, the question is, what have you noticed? All right, good job. It begins with a capital letter and it ends with a period. So all of them begins with a capital letter and it ends with a period. Good. Now, let's proceed to our lesson. Do you know what our lesson is? Look at the picture. Great. And now our lesson is about an interrogative sentence. So, if a declarative sentence begins with a capital letter and it ends with a period, what about an interrogative sentence? Okay, great. Now, our lesson objective is to define interrogative sentence, to identify asking sentences, and to construct asking sentences. And now, let's begin. An interrogative sentence asks a question. It ends with a question mark. Now, this is an example. Would you like some cookies? Great. As what you have seen here, this sentence asks if you want some cookies. And as you can see, it begins with a capital letter. And also, it ends with a question mark. Great job. And remember this, an interrogative sentence. Yeah, so I want you to formulate your own sentence or asking sentence about this picture. Okay? So, do you have already your sentence in your mind? So here is mine. Is it raining? Again, is it raining? So, this is an asking question. Why do you think it is an asking question? It is because it ends with a punctuation mark, which is an question mark. Do you got it? Good job. And now, an interrogative sentence is actually an asking sentence, right? And these are the following. It asks the question what? It also asks the question where, why, who, and how. So as you can see, these are the WH questions. Do you understand? These are the things that you need to remember. Now, I have here an example. First is, who ate the candy? What is your name? Where does she live? When will they arrive? Why are you sad? And how do you get to school? Now, it asks a direct question, right? And it ends with a punctuation mark, question mark. As you can see, remember what we've had studied, the WH question? So what are the WH question in each sentence? Okay, let's start with the question number 1 or the sentence number 1. Who ate the candy? So the WH question is who? Good. How about number 2? What is your name? So the WH question here is what? And of course, it ends with a question mark. In sentence number 3 is where? In sentence number 4 is when, why, and how. So these are all an interrogative sentence. Do you understand now? Always remember again that an interrogative sentence is an asking sentence. It ends with a question mark. Remember this, punctuation mark. Great. Now, let's proceed. It's your turn. It's an activity time. Okay, good job. Now, I want you to identify the asking sentences. The first one is, I want you to go to the party. Is this an asking sentence? Yes or no? Great. No. Why? Because it ends with a period. And an asking sentence doesn't end with a period, right? Great. How about number 2 sentence? Okay, where have you been? Is this an asking sentence? Yes. Why? Because it asks the WH question and ends with a question mark. Good job. What about number 3? What is the weather today? Is this an asking sentence or an interrogative sentence? Yes, because it asks the question what and it ends with a question mark. Number 4 rather, Sam, come back. Is this an asking sentence? No, because it ends with an exclamation point. Good job. Now next, who is your teacher? Do you know who your teacher is? Yes, so is this an asking sentence? Great, because it starts with a WH question, which is who, and ends with a question mark. Good job, 1A. Now, let's proceed to your Readers and Writers booklet. Please bring out your booklet and, of course, your pencil along with your eraser. Are these materials ready? Great, now let's proceed. So what are you going to do is to put a check by each question. You have to remember that that an interrogative sentence starts with a WH question and it ends with a question mark. Okay, start now. Are you done? So, let's proceed to the next page, which is page 198. So, in this lesson, finish the question. Write an animal name. So, in this part, what are you going to do is to choose your favorite animal, or what animal do you like? You have here a bird, an elephant, a cat, an ostrich, and a dog. So you have to choose one and write it on the line. So for me, for example, is an ostrich. An ostrich. To finish the sentence. So what does an ostrich look like? So you have to choose your own favorite animal or animal that you want to write it on the line. All right? So for example, you want a bird, so you write the word a bird on the line. If you want a cat, then choose a cat, copy the word a cat, and write it on the line. You got it? Great. Now, in the next part, so read the sentence, change the words to make a question. So this is a jumbled word, so you have to make a question regarding these words. All right? So the bird is red. So how will you start your sentence? For example, is the bird red? Always remember that as a sentence should start with a capital letter and it ends with a question mark. So this is just an example. So you can make your own question according to these words. Okay? Good job, 1A. Thank you so much for listening and participating. See you in our next video. Bye-bye. Have a nice day.